All right, so welcome into another edition of Watching, where we do basically little videos where I watch and break down one topic specifically off of the live stream. So today we are going to jump right in to this player, Dylan Beavers, number 3 prospect for the Orioles. Got called up. There's been a lot of Samuel Basallo talk, but this is another one of these Orioles draft picks that has finally made their way to Camden Yards. My friend Jun Lee recently sent me a video of his first career homer, and the swing, I have to say, from the side was extremely abnormal, so it got me thinking we need to dig into this guy and make some extremely unfair judgments on him. All right, he's only gotten 17 at-bats thus far in the big leagues, so we can actually dive in and watch all of them. But let's get a little background on him. Drafted first round, 33rd overall in 2022 by the Orioles. He went to Cal Berkeley, the Golden Bears. A lot of great players that came out of there. In the old Pac-10 conference. And you can see he's raked at every single level. So his first year, he came in at age 21, 2 teams with an 850 OPS through A-ball. And then in his 2024 year, he went from AA to AAA with a 750 OPS, but at only 22 years old. And then this year, he repeated AAA, and he put up a 934 OPS on the way to the big leagues. 18 homers, 23 steals, so it's a speed-power combo. He had a lot of hits. He had unbelievable on base this year, 420 on base, with 68 walks, only 76 strikeouts. So it's a very, statistically, it's a very, very appealing profile. Profile. All right, let's go to his StatCast so far. And you know what? It's a little early to even worry about a lot of this stuff, but that's why we're going to watch the videos. But I was curious if we had any information on his speed or his fielding. And so far, we don't have anything there, which is interesting. But we also have bat tracking data, swing path data, but I think it's best if we just go ahead and get right into his games. So let's go to his game log, and let's figure out the first game that we have to hit up. And we'll watch every single Dylan Beavers at bat. So first game is Houston. No. Baltimore at Houston on 8/16. 8/16. Baltimore at Houston. And Mr. Beavers. Gotta say, I'm liking the name. Went 1 for 5. All right, let's watch them all. Let's break them down. All right, Jason Alexander's the first big league pitcher he faces. All right, so let's see what we got. Takes a little called strike there in the sinker.
Together, go down there and get the secret handshake. Yep.
A little bit of an upright stance. Change up, sinker down, change up down. It's gonna be another change up down.
And swing and a miss.
So right away he gets him punchy. 3-pitch punchy in his first big league at bat. Next at bat.
That and the sweeper really setting up the changeup, and he hasn't
sinker down, taken again.
Be forced job on those 3 other pitches, getting in the zone and establishing himself in some
change up again. So same formula thus far for Mr. Alexander. Comes a sinker.
Hit the left.
Kind of inside outs it to left.
Right there will make the catch.
Not much to see there. It's actually a very hittable pitch. So he's got a little leg kick, and then tries to drop the golf swing on this ball, but actually comes too far inside it. So there's a fly out. All right, it's going to be another punchy versus Brian King. Let's watch it. Slider away ball. Forcing down. There's been no effort to go up in the zone against this guy yet, so that's interesting.
This is the first player used by the Orioles this season.
It's the first up-ish pitch. Actually, a good pitch. Doesn't get the call, so he gets himself to a 2-1 count here.
2-1 to Beavers. Make it
3-1. Left on left, 4-seam middle. That's a pitch he could have hit.
Against the Red Sox.
Looking a little late. Yeah, looking a little late through this first game. A strikeout here on the sinker.
There's a swing and a miss. Big pitch there.
Seems like it's a very handsy swing.
There's a swing and a miss.
I don't know how he missed that, but he did. All right, now he's got Brian Abreu. This is going to be the first career hit.
Great job last time he was out there. Picked up his first save of the year.
Oh, spank that ball to right.
Field,
It's a weird follow through, and this is one of the things that we wanted to look at today. So let's watch this hit one more time.
Did a great job last time he was out there. Picked up his first save of the year.
97 down, and you know the first thing that comes to mind when I watch this follow through is maybe a little bit of Chase Utley. Wow, he really stopped it quick. All right, so let's watch the swing here. The base is a little wider than some other guys, but not especially wide. Not a lot going on with the hands. They just kind of get into more of a little bit of a launch position as he lands. Catches it out front pretty good. But look at how he cuts this. That's where the swing stops. Interesting. We're gonna keep our eye on this type of swing, a la Chase Utley, the old cutoff, the finish. All right, and then he's got to line into a double play here.
Dylan Beavers. Beavers making his major league debut here tonight. Hits that one right at. That is a line drive, and that's going to be a double play. What a way!
Right to him with the infield in.
Beavers making his major league debut here tonight. Hits that one right at.
It's a weird swing, I have to say. Little odd. All right, so that was the first game. Then he also plays 5 at-bats on the 18th. I mean, on the 17th. Baltimore, Houston on the 17th. Where's my guy? Beavers. All right, another 1-for-4 day. Now he's facing a guy who will throw you up. This is what Javier does.
World, I wouldn't even be here. So I am just thankful for
Javier's going to shoot at the top of the zone.
Right there.
Weird, his fastball velo is way down.
Enjoying this, but also knowing.
All right, gets himself to a 2-0 count.
When they go out and look for guys, they look for guys that don't just fit on the field. But
definitely seems vulnerable to change-ups so far.
Win ball games. We're going to continue to fight together, but if the Astros are in first place,
let's see. Jason Alexander and Hayden Wesneski.
Very patient approach. 3-1, taken all the way there.
His major league debut last night.
Yeah, and definitely a vulnerability to change-ups. Not a lot of length in the swing in terms of like how long it carries in the zone. So he punches there. Down here for Sean Dubin.
Coming up with a big swing of the bat. He's standing by with Julia.
Yes, we are watching, Kevin. So, are you know?
I guess they're not going to show us that pitch. We're just going to show his this guy talking.
I still remember looking up at the Astrodome clock.
All right, well, here's a hit. Now they've been spamming changeups. So the Astros are a very good scouting team. So they've identified sinker and changeup already as a way to attack this guy. I'm curious when he gets pitched up in the zone how he looks, because it looks to me like maybe that's how the swing is designed. But he gets a hit here on a changeup, popped it off the end. All right, now tough lefty, Okert.
I'm sure it's fantastic. I know you did a good job on that. Getting the hang out.
Pretty good pass at that. Sweeper or slow slider.
Also, Billy and his wife Sarah. And
good take there. Reading that break nicely.
Chance to make my 3rd trip to Cooperstown.
Four seam up, easy take. Slider middle in, doesn't get to it. Looked a little uncomfortable in that lefty-lefty matchup. All right, here's going to be a walk. This is one of his minor league calling cards as well. Ability to walk. We've seen him be very passive overall, but walking is a big skill nowadays, especially if you're fast and if your job's to set the table. You cannot be chasing. You got to be walking. So 3 pitches that were pretty easy to take. Let's see what the 4th take looks like for the 4th ball. Yeah, nothing there, so pretty standard there. And then he's going to get an at-bat against...
And by St. Arnold,
he's getting an at-bat against Chas McCormick. This is kind of dumb to watch. Let's see the last pitch. The fly out.
Walked in the 8th, and he hits this
that was
one
not a very impressive swing. So honestly, through the first 2 games, haven't really seen a whole lot. I just seen him cutting it off. And then we'll have to figure out where he looks after that. So now he got into 2 Boston games. So Orioles Boston on the 18th. Okay, Beavers, here. He went 2 for 2 with 2 walks in this game. So this is his first really good game in the big leagues. First Dustin May. Fastball up. Ooh, good swing there. Spraying the other way. Just foul. Even though he was late, hit that ball fairly well. So they're going to go 3 fastballs in a row.
The entire country is just amazing this time of year.
Tough play here. Shows off the speed, gets an infield hit. There was a little bit of a hesitation by Story about who was going to catch this ball, it looks like. Between Story and Bregman. Had to make an off-balance throw. I wish I had some speed metrics on this guy, but I guess maybe we're doing this breakdown video maybe a little too early. Busted hard out of the box, pretty good strides. Gets himself an infield hit. So, speed's always good. Second at bat. Got 3 heaters in the first at bat. 4 seam. Comes a sinker. Definitely teams have been going sinkers and changeups to this guy. There's a 2-0 sweeper. So he gets himself to 3-0. He's going to swing 3-0 here. I love it. Another really short swing. Cuts it off really nicely.
That's 3 consecutive hits in the 4th inning.
And gets to this ball. So for a 3-0 swing, you would think he'd be swinging a lot bigger here, but he was just looking for a pitch on a location. Drops the bat head right on it. Still a very weird swing, though, from third base angle. There's a scissor move, and this back foot, looks like he's actively trying to resist squashing the bug. See, I'm looking down here at this back foot. It never really pivots. It just he kind of sweeps it forward like he's trying to hockey stop with a rollerblade on. And then the swing looks awfully weird too. Like he doesn't fully rotate. Just kind of thrusts forward, thrusts the hips forward. And then again, a weird cutoff swing on the finish. So unorthodox, but unorthodox can win. So 2 for 2 here. Infield hit, line drive on a 3-0 pitch. So confidence to swing at 3-0. He's going to draw 2 walks. This one's going to be a 4-pitch walk.
Runner goes. Here's the throw down and the tag down, and he is out.
Carlos gets rid of it so quick. He kind of stands up and just to stand up and release.
Home with a 2-0.
I mean, these pitches aren't competitive. It's hard to learn anything if these pitches aren't competitive. Easy walk there, and then another 4-pitch walk versus Giovanni Moran.
Very nice night at Fenway. 2 singles and a walk. He's driven in a run.
Take.
They are getting an opportunity with the Orioles out of the money.
Down.
A lot of good young players. The 2-0. Up and away.
Away. Down. All right, so 2 walks, 2 hits. We saw that his speed's part of his game. Has the confidence to go 3-0. Both are good things. All right, next game was at Boston. This was on the 19th. All right, Beavers again. 0 for 3 with a walk. Now he's facing Walker Buehler.
Dylan Beavers here.
This time he jumps on that first pitch, but he's kind of late. The bat path is funky, I have to say. It's a little funky to me. Something feels off. But the numbers are there, so you know that this swing works in a way. 2 heaters and a cutter. Ooh, actually right on the cutter. Hits it right to Roman out and right. This gets doubled up with some bad base running by Kouser. Now he's gonna get painted here probably.
Brock does have a megaphone, but you've heard me talk. I mean,
Sinker in ball 1. 4 seam up ball 2.
There's Brock with the megaphone.
Curveball. Take. Not looking for that on 2-0. Here's a 2-1 fastball. Didn't like it. Ends up on the corner. And then the changeup. The changeup has been his kryptonite so far. Buehler, nice pitch there. Changeup away. He's also going to strike out versus Weissert. I wonder if he gets him with the changeup too. That seems to be the book on Beavers so far. Changeups and sinkers. If you speed him up, he has a tough time riding out slow pitches after that. The swing works quick, but
1-1.
doesn't have a lot of out front length to it. A la like a Trey Turner, somebody like that. Pete Alonso. And he's been a little late on a lot of the fours that he's gotten to hit too. The only one he was on time for was that Brian Abreu, 97 down. So he's going to get him with a slider. Kind of a perfect pitch, but again, he doesn't have any swing length. He's more early on this ball than it is that he can't hit that location. It seems to me like it's a very quick launch, but not a lot of length to it. Like if he doesn't connect like in the initial early part, he's not going to be able to ride it out. Yeah, so right now the book for me would be slow, slow, and slower. Does draw a walk here in this big eighth inning off Hicks. Ball one on slider.
Around here, right? People had money to donate. And
They go to their version of the changeup here. Good take.
They are dedicated to
So when in doubt, go slow against Beavers if you're pitching to this point.
And I just want to thank all of you who've done this. Again,
But he's also been late on fastballs at times. I haven't seen too much fastball up in zone. To me, maybe that could be his specialty. All right, so that's the walk, and then he has one more game, which was yesterday against Houston, where he does finally hit this first homer. So Baltimore, Houston from the 21st. And Beavers. So he's going to homer here off Alexander. He actually faced this guy in his debut, so see the adjustments he makes second time facing him. Sinker down. Looks like they're going to stay with their approach. Sinkers down, changeups down. Sinker away, so good takes. And they're going to go 4. Up away. He seems like he doesn't want to swing at all on anything away. Very disciplined on not swinging at anything on the outside corner. Change up.
Down there in Norfolk, I don't know if the ball
Another changeup. Definitely a preference to throw this guy changeups. And then the 3-2 is going to be another changeup. And he finally gets to one. And this one was middle, of course. So it wasn't very well located. Didn't get him far enough out front. And he is able to hit it 103-2 at 33 for the first career dinger for Beavers. I mean, you know, they tripled up on changeup, so it's nice to see that he stayed back a little better on this one. But again, very weird swing. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen a major leaguer with quite this swing. It's almost like he does that hockey stop move with the back foot at contact, like very weird follow through. The only guy I can compare it to is maybe Chase Utley. So another weird swing, but this time he gets that first homer. And honestly, I haven't seen a lot of impressive hitting yet, but the OPS is going to be there because he's taken some walks. But yeah, he's kind of late on the fastball, early on the changeup. So like a cutter would seem like the worst idea to throw to him. Cutter or mid-speed slider. They're going to stick with this changeup approach on him. Yeah, he doesn't have any play coverage away. Correa with the slide. All right, left on left. He's seen this guy once before. Actually put a decent at-bat on Okert the first time. So, okay, so now it looked like he was sitting on slider there. A little too far away. Fastball dotted, good pitch.
Or you throw a slider way off the plate.
And turns and burns on this slider, and then he's quick. No way they're getting a double play on that. He actually hit this ball pretty hard, I want to say. 98.
Slider way off the plate.
It's still there's something to the way he almost thrusts his hips into this ball. It's a very I mean, I don't know. Feels like it's like an intentional rollover swing in a way. I've never seen anything like it. Chase Utley's the only one that comes to mind, but Chase Utley's swing itself was a little different than this. Played a little bit more traditional just with the shorter stoppage. All right, and then the last at bat, he's going to draw a walk-off. Brian King.
And now King, who's been one of the more reliable Houston relievers.
Even though he gets screwed on that first pitch, he's still going to draw this walk. So
Brian King, another one of the relievers.
walking is a big part of his game too. Extreme patience at the plate. Doesn't look like he wants to swing at anything on the outside corner. We also haven't seen him on too much like stuff middle in that's fast. I have a sense that that might be his game, just being quick to it. Like that type of pitch, but a little more plate.
Back in the radio days.
Fastball up, ball 4.
Dropped another.
All right, so that's all the at-bats. Let's get back into the metrics because I did pull those up. His bat tracking. It's a 71.6 average bat speed, so it's above average. Nothing special with that. The swing length is about average. So really a lot of average type metrics on that. If you look at the swing path, I have him down here. If you want to look at this chart a little closer, he's number 120 here, Beavers. Sitting in a band, and I pulled this up I organized this by attack angle. He has a 7-degree attack angle, and I wanted to see if there's any really good hitters with 7-degree attack angles. Michael Harris, Lawrence Butler, Ronnie Mauricio shows power, Jesus Sanchez, but ultimately this actually isn't maybe an ideal spot to look. Nimmo's got a pretty good one. The swing tilt being 39 degrees is pretty high. That puts him in the top 30 for swing tilt, which is basically how scoopy you are. So he's combining a scoopy swing, slight uppercut. It is somewhat of a shorter swing due to his lack of finishing his swing. He is slightly pull. Just a hard guy, but the hard guy to pin down. I've been trying to figure him out a little bit. What exactly makes this guy tick? Yeah, there's really not a whole lot to go off of. 5-degree pull. A lot of guys have that. I mean, there's people that are grooved for crazy pull, like Isaac Paredes would be a big example of that because he pulls every ball right down the line. If you're organized by 5-degree pull, I mean, you're going to find plenty of good hitters at almost all of these metrics. None of these really mean a whole lot, but yeah, he's right next to Trevor Story. Actually, better bat speed than Trevor Story, which surprises me. He doesn't look like the same athlete as the Story. I know Story's been through some stuff, but 5 degrees to the pull side, 39 degrees, so very tilted. Cuts off the bat path. His numbers were can't miss though type numbers in AAA. So I do feel like we're off to a pretty good start. He is sitting with a 984 OPS after the homer yesterday. We're going to have to watch more at bats, but that's the first 22 plate appearances from Mr. Dylan Beavers, 24 years old, from St. Louis Obispo, California. And I'm curious in the comments what you guys think about this swing. What do you think about that cutoff swing? What do you think kind of pitch he wants? Will the rest of the league just throw him soft, and softer, changeups below the zone, stuff away from him, stuff he doesn't want to swing at? Curious if anybody has any more insight on this guy. Because this is another young player called up by the Orioles, and I'm very curious to see how he continues to develop. But I think that's going to be it for watching today. We watched Dylan Beavers. Did we learn a lot? No, not at all. But did we learn a little bit? Yeah, we learned a little bit, and he's certainly a guy to keep an eye on. The man who cuts his swing off on the follow-through. Very Chase Utley-esque. Actually, Mike Trout does this a little bit too. Those are two examples of people who kind of swing and then kind of hold their bat there and don't really fully commit to finishing the swing. We know that scientifically a recoil can be a good thing in a swing or in a pitching delivery. I don't know if I would consider this a recoil though, because he never coils to then recoil. So I don't know, interesting. But that's all I got for today on watching. Dylan Beavers, and check in on me next time. All right, thanks for watching.